Look closely at this wood. What starts as microscopic spores in the dark can quietly eat away at the very bones of your house. In places with high humidity and heavy rains, like Tampa Bay, your crawlspace acts like a moisture trap. The hot outdoor air meets the cooler, shaded space beneath your floorboards, creating constant condensation. Moisture evaporates from raw dirt, rising up and collecting on floor joists. Mold feeds on this wood, causing structural decay. As warm air exits the upper levels, it creates a vacuum, pulling replacement air and mold spores directly from the crawlspace into your family's breathing zone. Wiping away surface growth offers only temporary relief. A permanent solution requires a complete crawlspace action plan, moving from professional diagnosis to a fortified defense system. Leaving a damp crawlspace alone because it is out of sight ensures that minor environmental moisture will eventually force you into a major structural and health crisis. Step 1 is figuring out what you are dealing with. If you are going to perform a preliminary check yourself, you need a bright flashlight and an N95 mask or a proper respirator. Do not go down there unprotected. Look at this checklist to know exactly what to search for. You are scanning for visible fuzzy growth on the wood, dark water stains, a persistent musty odor, condensation on pipes, and warped structural beams. If you spot anything on that list, do not use bleach. Scrubbing the surface might remove the stain, but the fungal colony will regenerate within days if the underlying moisture levels remain high. This is where root cause diagnosis comes in. A professional inspection tracks down the specific environmental failures creating the moisture, whether that is poor cross-ventilation, a leaking drain pipe, or highly saturated soil. Specialists use moisture meters to read the exact water content trapped inside the wood framing, and borescopes to inspect hidden cavities behind HVAC units, where water often accumulates unseen. A visible colony is a clear signal of an issue, but the remediation succeeds or fails based on whether the moisture source is permanently removed. Once the inspection is done, the actual remediation protocol begins. Before anyone starts cleaning, technicians bring in commercial extractors to aggressively drop the ambient humidity and halt active spore growth. With the environment stabilized, the physical removal starts. The team applies specialized cleaning agents designed to penetrate the porous wood framing, neutralizing the deep-rooted spores that manual scrubbing cannot leach. Next is the structural repair phase. Any compromised floor joists get reinforced or replaced, and the plumbing leaks identified during the diagnostic phase are permanently fixed. Then, technicians remove all unsalvageable materials. Old fiberglass insulation is stripped out because it acts like a sponge, absorbing condensation and trapping mold spores against your floorboards. True remediation strips away the contamination to prepare the space for a permanent defense system. That defense system is called encapsulation. It physically isolates your home from the ground moisture and fluctuating outdoor humidity. This diagram illustrates how the barrier works. On the left, bare dirt continuously releases water vapor. On the right, a thick, continuous waterproof barrier laid over the earth physically blocks that evaporation, keeping it in the soil. To manage any residual airborne moisture, we add a commercial-grade dehumidifier. This continuously processes the air under your home, pulling in damp air and releasing dry air to maintain a specific mold-resistant humidity level. Finally, to keep the system efficient, all external air vents and foundation gaps are completely sealed. This prevents warm, humid outside air from sneaking back into your newly conditioned space. This split screen shows the final result. You go from a dark, muddy, vulnerable subfloor to a bright, clean, fully encapsulated space that stays dry year-round. Encapsulation creates a controlled boundary for the structure, effectively isolating the crawlspace from the cycles of local humidity and soil saturation. To protect that sealed environment, you have to look outside at how rainwater behaves. Your exterior grading and gutter drainage must direct water away so it doesn't pool directly against the concrete and flood the barrier. You also have a biannual maintenance checklist. Every 6 months, the crawlspace dehumidifier needs a fresh filter and a quick performance check to ensure it is draining properly. Then schedule an annual inspection. This is a quick sweep to verify the vapor barrier hasn't been torn and to check the digital moisture sensors to confirm humidity levels remain in the safe zone. By following this protocol, you eliminate musty odors, protect structural floorboards, and remove respiratory threats. If your house has a musty smell or you spotted any warning signs, do not wait for the floor joists to warp. Reach out to a certified professional for a free consultation and get a proper assessment of the space. Proactive management of a dry, sealed crawl space is the invisible yet essential foundation for a healthy, long